Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to this live stream today. My name is Ivy Prosper, and I share stories from Ghana and from the African diaspora around the world. And today I'm actually sharing a story, sharing some tips that are not the usual tips that I share. Typically, I'm talking about people who are very repatriated, people who've left abroad and decided to come to Ghana or come to other African countries. I typically talk about the diaspora making a move to Ghana. I typically talk about investing in Ghana, events that are happening in Ghana, talking about all things Africa. Today, I'm actually talking about how to get to Canada. It's not something that I typically would be talking about. However, because I also have Canadian citizenship, I get a lot of Ghanaians asking me questions about how to be a Canadian citizen or how to move to Canada. And I'm getting those questions more and more every single day, particularly now that I have traveled to Canada. I'm not currently in Ghana. I have traveled to Canada. I'm only here for a short time and then I'll be back in Ghana soon. But in the meantime, every single day, I'm getting a message. Ivy, oh, you're in Canada. How can I move to Canada? How can I move to Canada? Oh, I want to move my family there. Oh, I want to pack up and leave Ghana and go there. How do I go there? So every single day, I'm having people ask me these questions. I'm getting WhatsApp messages, I'm getting emails, I'm getting people calling me and asking me these questions. Now, a lot of people have this misconception that it's easy to just pack up and leave. A lot of people in African countries are desperate to leave their countries because they feel that they have bad leadership in their countries. They feel that there's no way out. They have this feeling that they don't see any hope. So they feel like they want to go somewhere else that they feel is the land of milk and honey, the place that they feel they can get success, the place that they feel they can possibly make more money because they feel they're not making money in their own countries. They're not able to support themselves. So they want to leave. And this is a common thing in African countries. And particularly, I get these questions from people in Ghana. There may be something people learn from this today with what I'm sharing. First of all, I want to say hello. Hi, Stella. Thanks for joining. And Arif, thanks for joining. So this was an impromptu that I'm doing this live stream talking about how to move to Canada because a lot of Ghanaians ask me every day. Like literally this morning, I got a WhatsApp, someone who had called me this morning actually and said they noticed that the ringtone when they called me was coming up to sound not like the way it sounds when you call someone in Ghana, and it sounded like I was abroad, so they assumed I was. And so I confirmed that yes, I'm in Canada right now, but I will be back in Ghana soon. And the person immediately said, "Oh, I want to move to Canada. How can I move to Canada? What can I do?" So I'm doing this live, and I hope that it's informative for those of you who do make the decision. I'm not here to tell you that you should be moving to Canada, because as many of you know, I moved from Canada to Ghana. My mom and my siblings and my friends are still in Canada, so of course I'm going to come here and come and visit and spend time. So in any case, I'm going to go through what I wanted to share today. As mentioned, for decades, people from the African continent have been sold the dream of moving abroad, moving to America, moving to Canada, the UK, Europe, wherever it may be. We see stories of Africans who want to leave where they're from. I immigrated to Canada when I was very young. My parents are the ones who made the decision for me. I'm not the one who made the decision. So sometimes people ask me, and I think that they don't know that I'm not the one who packed my bags and said I was leaving. My parents made the decision. And of course, I was a child, so I go with my parents. Um, I lived within minutes of the US border growing up. So I had a lot of experience traveling across the border to the United States. So I have familiarity with the US. And I also lived in the US when I was studying radio and television broadcasting at one of the colleges there. So I know what it's like to live in the US. I know what it's like to live in Canada. So I have a working knowledge of both countries. Now, as for immigration, I get asked about Canada on a regular basis. So it was very important for me to do this so that I can share information that is valid and relevant, because sometimes people are getting a lot of misinformation. I had somebody, more than one person actually, who has said that they've paid people a lot of money to help them be able to come to Canada, and then the money was a waste and nothing happened. And so I want to let Ghanaians know that sometimes you spend, and other Africans, you go and spend money and you're paying someone who says they're an agent and they can help you to get your papers, and they're actually just somebody who's taking advantage. If I was somebody who was greedy, I could easily tell everybody who's asking me how to get to Canada, oh, give me this amount of money and I'll help you, even though I know I can't, because at the end of the day, it's very difficult. Yemi Alade, multi-award winning artist, Afro-pop artist from Nigeria. I know some of you watching know who Yemi Alade is. She was supposed to be a headliner at a concert in Montreal, Quebec, in Canada. She was the headlining artist to close out the festival, an African festival, and she was denied a visa. You know why they denied her the visa? Because they felt that she and her band members would come to Canada and not leave. They felt that Yemi Alade doesn't have enough money and that she'll stay in Canada. There's always this idea and this attitude that Africans are desperate and want to come here. And so then they get denied visas, even if they're just coming for a short period. The festival called Afrofest in Canada, in Toronto, that one every year, I know some of the people who organize have also said that they have difficulties with artists when they're trying to bring African artists to perform, that the Canadian government will deny them visas because they always think that the Ghanaians or the Nigerians or the South Africans, whatever it may be, whichever part of Africa, there's an assumption that they'll come and they won't leave, so then they'll get denied visas. So it's important to know that even high profile people have challenges getting a visa. So imagine if you're an average person and you're saying you want to pack up your bags and move your family, it's not going to be simple. So there's different types of visas. So the tourist visa is the typical one that people usually go and apply for. And what they're afraid of is that if you're coming as a tourist, you're supposed to come as a tourist and you're supposed to leave before your visa ends. But what happens is they're afraid that people are going to come as a tourist and they're not going to leave. And when you overstay, it really is a bad situation for you, because then you could be banned in the future from entering the country. And that could also blacklist you from other countries if you try to go somewhere else. So a tourist visa is not a work permit. I know there's people who work under the table. I know there's people who take cash under the table. I'm not here to tell you what you should or shouldn't do. I'm just here telling you that a tourist visa is legally not allowing you to work. So a lot of companies are not going to say you can come and you can work. They are going to tell you that you have to have a permit, and some of them are not going to give it to you unless you have a job offer, or if you have a degree related to that particular business or industry. Okay, so that is very, very important to know. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments section, and feel free to send an email if you want to send an email, but put the comments in the comment section and I will respond to you. Now, this is not going to be a long live stream. This is just going to be quick to give you some of these points, and then hopefully it helps you to make a decision on what you are going to do. Now, one of the things is you must have evidence that you have ties to your home country if you're trying to get a tourist visa. So, for example, when I say that, for example, if you are a single male with no children and no job, you will likely be denied a visa because they're going to feel that you are not going to return to your home country. So it's very important to understand that if you are planning to try to get a tourist visa to go to Canada. Thank you so much for those of you who've joined. This episode, this live stream is talking about Ghanaians and Africans who want to go to Canada. I know it's not a topic I typically talk about because I'm usually encouraging people to come to Africa, but I'm getting this question so much that I decided to do this live stream video so that I can talk to you about the things that you need to do if that's something that you're considering. So as I was saying, if you are doing a tourist visa, you have to show ties to your home country. So one of the examples, so I told you that if you're single, no children, no job, that you will likely be denied because that means that you have no ties to your home country and you're not going to return. If you, let's say, own your own business in your home country and you're trying to come for business reasons, the likelihood is higher you're going to get a visa to come because you have something to go back home to. If you're married and you have kids who are back home, it's likely you're going to be going back home to them. So that is something to think about as well. You have to have something that shows that you will go back to your country before they'll give you a tourist visa as a tourist. The other way you can come is study abroad. A lot of people come to Canada, because they want to get their university degree, whether it's a bachelor's or a master's or a PhD. Now, most of the people I know who come from Ghana usually do a master's or a PhD after they've already done their undergraduate studies in Canada. I mean, in Ghana. And when you do that, you have to have proof that you can pay your tuition and proof that you have enough money for your living expenses. So you can't just, if you get into the school, it's not just getting into the school, being accepted, it's also having the money in your account, the means to pay tuition and the means to live. One thing to also consider is that there are universities that will give you a visa, or colleges that will give you a visa to come to Canada, but won't allow you to work. So you have to look in to see if the school you've applied to is a school that you will actually get a work permit to work part-time, because some students are able to get a work permit to work part-time while they're in school, so you can supplement your living expenses when you are in school. Not all schools are on the official list that allows you to be able to do that. So it's very important that you check to see which schools are on that particular list. Okay. Now, the other way is trades and skills. Let me just look at the comments. Somebody here, Decian says in the comments, go on Canadian dating sites. You will be able to move to Canada before you get your tourist visa. Make sure you're already talking online to some women you can connect with. Okay, so this guy or female, I don't know if Decian is a female or a male, is encouraging people to meet someone. I mean, one of the easiest ways is if you do get married to someone. Yes, I'm not going to deny that. Yeah, it's the most easiest way. However, you have to have a legitimate relationship. You should have a legitimate relationship if you are going in that direction. I know there's people that don't. I'm not telling you what you should or shouldn't do, but I'm just telling you that I'm not here to talk about if you should get married to someone to get your papers. I'm giving you the legitimate ways. Of doing it. If you are in love with somebody, you decide to marry them, that happens. That happens, and yes, that is an easy route to do it. Now, as I was saying, number 3 was trades and skills. Every year, Canada has been updating its list of skilled trades and careers that are on demand. You could potentially get a visa if you have your education in that field or profession of experience in your home country. You have to check the website and read all the information to see if you qualify for that particular program. But there's the trades and the skills is something that happens every single year. They always have different careers that you may be on the list for, you may have skills for, you may have a degree in that you can use as your way to apply to get a visa to come to Canada, if that is what you want. I don't recommend paying agencies who say they can help you with getting into Canada. As I said in the beginning of this live stream, I've heard so many horror stories of people who spend thousands of dollars or thousands of Ghana cedis or whatever their home currency is, paying people who are supposed to help them, and nothing comes of it. And then it ends up being a waste of money you could have used to do something else. And then sometimes people spend all the money and they still get rejected anyway. And was it really worth it? So it's very important. That's my recommendation, that you don't do that. That you have to find a way to do the application on your own. Richmond said, a lot of control to get into a country. Is it really worth it? Yeah, every country has their own rules and regulations as to what they need. Ghana has its own rules and regulations too as to how to get into the country. However, it's not that difficult for people coming from Canada, coming from the US, UK, Europe, whatever, to be able to come to Canada. So yeah, that is what I wanted to share today, because I get asked this question on a regular basis. The ways that you can come to Canada, reminding you that tourist visa is one way. One of the challenges right now is that there is a huge backlog when it comes to doing the interview process for getting a visa to come to Canada, the US as well, from Ghana. So that's something to think about. I think I last heard that they don't have interviews available until I think 2023 or 2024, which is tough. So, number one, tourist visa. Reminder that tourist visas, you're not supposed to be working. Um, and then number two, getting a visa as a student, studying abroad, doing your master's, doing your PhD are two of the most common ways that people come to Canada. And then there's the skills trades program where based on your skills or trade that you've studied, you can get a visa to come and work. So those are ways that you can come to Canada. It's not a situation of you decide today you want to leave and pack up your family and you can just pack up and leave and go tomorrow when you don't have any legal status. So I just want to make you all aware of that, because Canada has actually been very strict lately, and it's been very difficult for people from the African continent getting visas to come to the country. So just wanted to share this information quickly and let you all know. I will share a couple of links once this live stream is done. I'll put it in the description box. I'll pin it to the top of the comments of a legitimate website on the Canada immigration website that you can further check into for information on applying to come to Canada. So I won't be here long. I'll be back in Ghana soon. And thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. And let me read a couple of comments before I sign off. Decian says, also don't make Canada your first option. Go to the United States. There is where you can make the most money. Go to the West to make money, build and live. Free healthcare is overrated. To build and live in your home country. Yes, free healthcare. Free healthcare is good because Canada has the free healthcare, but the problem is that there is a backup. You're in queue, you're in line when it's free healthcare, and it's not really free. It is taxed. It's in the taxes. Canadians are taxed very highly compared to Americans, and a lot of the taxes go and do stuff like healthcare. But unfortunately, after the COVID-19 pandemic, the healthcare system in Canada is really buckled under stress. There is a lot of backlog happening in Canada's healthcare system that I am also personally experiencing, and I want to talk about soon because it is interesting to see what's different between Ghana and between Canada when it comes to the healthcare system. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. I'll be uploading a video soon. I was at AfroFest here in Toronto, and I was also at interviewed somebody here who is a Ghanaian business person with a fashion line and is in the music biz and stuff. So thank you so much for watching today, and I will see you next time. Peace out.